talk about professional development. I got it in spades with Margaret. I learned how to travel across the state of Texas in a subcompact car while Margaret had the flu, and we had to call on major donors for gifts to our community technology center. So I drove like this with my head out the window in hopes that I wouldn't catch what she had. I don't know how successful I was, but that was one of our first trips together. Let's see, what else did I do with Margaret as far what's some notes here? Oh, also, I've seen Margaret ride in the back of a pickup truck talking to a major donor. How many of you all thought Margaret even knew what the back of a pickup truck looked like? As we looked at Texas, we were in Texas looking at Oklahoma. I remember him pointing it out to Margaret and saying, and she's going, "Oh, that's beautiful, I love it." Do I really have to do this? And personally, Margaret has always been so good to me. I remember one time my mother was visiting, and she loved the Rappahannock River. So Margaret took her out in the pontoon boat. All of our family went out, and she said, "Let's jump in and cool off." Of course, my mother had two artificial hips and didn't know how to swim, so we thought it was better to leave her on the boat. What we forgot to do was to put down an anchor. So we're all swimming and frolicking, and we look at my mother holding a glass of wine floating off into the river. So I have had the best professional development, both personal and professional, with Margaret, and I can't even look at her because I'm determined I'm going to get through this because she has been an incredible mentor through good, bad, and ugly. I called her about a week ago and just said, "Oh gosh, I've got this issue. Help me with this issue." And she was driving from Richmond. She said, "I've got an hour. Just keep on talking." So I just, "Oh, Margaret, I don't know what to do about this." And she got me through it, and I have really benefited from her mentorship. It's been a real honor. So I'm going to read this resolution now about Margaret Robinson Broad. I wrote this, so there's some things in here that other people wouldn't even know. So here we go. Be it resolved, whereas Margaret Robinson Broad has been part of St. Margaret's School for 32 years and progressed from teacher to academic dean to headmistress. And whereas she has been headmistress for 24 of those years. Where's the guy that's 30-something? And whereas she has shared her passionate commitment to girls' education with the school at all levels, including the studies in women's leadership class, and whereas she has been the embodiment of the school's mission of commitment to the growth of young women in every area of their lives, intellectual ability, physical well-being, social responsibility, and spiritual maturity. And whereas she was born on Valentine's Day at the University of Virginia Hospital in Charlottesville. So in fact, she is a Virginian from birth. I thought she was from France for the longest time. She always spoke to me in French. And I always loved after Christmas break, she would come and say, "How many books did you read?" "I read 3 in French and 17 in English." And I said, "Well, I read People magazine Best of the Year." And whereas she holds numerous local and national educational leadership positions, including service as board member and chair of the National Coalition of Girls' Schools, the Association of Boarding Schools, and the Virginia Association of Independent Schools. And whereas, like St. Margaret's School itself, she has sought to inspire each student in her care to make the best of herself, and in doing so, make a better world. And whereas she has led the school through a series of successful capital campaigns, highlighted by the building of the Community Technology Center, we did that together, a new dormitory, and a new athletic complex. Therefore, be it resolved that at the time of Margaret Robinson Broad's retirement as the headmistress of St. Margaret's School, the members of the Virginia Association of Independent Schools wish her the very best of everything in her coming retirement and extend heartfelt gratitude and congratulations to her for her tireless efforts on behalf of St. Margaret's School and for her remarkable record of service to the association. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to Margaret Robinson Broad on the occasion of the VAIS annual meeting, January 28, 2013, and a copy of this resolution be made part of the official minutes of that meeting. Please stand and join me in
I promise I will not give a speech. However, I do have to say so many of you have served as mentors to me, and I have learned so much from you, and really every time I called, you took my calls. Many of you have allowed me in to chair visiting committees in your schools, and I've had the great privilege of knowing your students and your faculty intimately. And to those of you who are in those first 3 years, use BAIS. This is a wonderful resource for all of you. And I will not thank any of you particularly for the time we have shared together, but you know who you are. Thank you.